Melissa McKnight. I just turned 30 recently, so these legitimately had 15 years to, between these injuries and myself. I was recently fired for insubordination, so I had a lot of time to reflect on the past. And, it was reassuring almost to know that I was such a non-conformist even back then. So yeah, I was 14, I was obsessed with Pikachu, like who the fuck wasn't, whatever. Alright, this one was entitled Dream About Landy. Landy was like an Italian guy, his full name was Gerlandi Cristiani Guidetti, and I was like, anyway, here we go. November 7th, 2000. All day today, I could not stop thinking of Landy. Yeah, he was absent, so it was unnecessary. I had a dream about him. It was random and wonderful. Me and Landy were like, I don't know, in a well-lit room that was kind of steamy. We just finished making out or something. I was wearing my white robe, and underneath it were my black Victoria's Secret bra and undies. We were both sick or something, and were breathing heavily. I lay down on my back, and my robe wasn't tied, and it was really loose. It showed my belly, the middle of my bra, and the middle of my undies. He leaned over really close to me and said, "Are you okay?" I said, "Yeah, my robe isn't tied." He said, "That's fine," and rubbed my stomach right above my underwear. I remember thinking, I hope he doesn't notice my hairy stomach. It's a happy trail, don't judge. I don't give a fuck about body hair, whatever. When I woke up, I was so happy. I hope he's at school tomorrow. Yay. Okay, so this next one, I'm gonna take a little break from being horny and talk about something a little more serious because, I was 15 and the world's a fucked up place. You gotta face it sometime or the other. All right, so this one is called Racial Microaggressions. I went to Holland Hall. It was super, there was a stick up the ass and anyway, whatever. Okay, let's just get into this. August 8th of 2001. Today, Chanel confronted Elise about racism. I told Chanel that Elise thought she was racist, and Chanel was so upset that she cried. Today, me and Chanel talked about our feelings on slavery. Here's how I feel. I am a descendant of slaves. When slavery ended, blacks were still treated like slaves and were looked down upon. Blacks didn't really get closure on slavery. I think it's like a big wound that is just now starting to heal around the edges. How optimistic I was. For years, blacks were treated like animals, and now the descendants of white people who hated us back then the most listen to our music and try to talk like us. They want to be like us. Although I should forgive, I can't help but feel bitter. I feel that way because after all the wrong they did to us, blacks are supposed to forget it and drop it like nothing happened, without so much as an apology. I don't know how to deal with it. Mommy said to pray, and don't forget, but don't remember so much that it kills you. Be aware that if someone is being a jerk towards you racially, you'll know what's going on and react wisely. That's a start. Oh, and no matter how much they've stereotyped you, that doesn't mean it's okay to do it to them. Bullshit. I'm surprised more people aren't just openly afraid of white men. They've killed so many of people like me. I'm like, ah! Just kidding, my boyfriend's white. It's not a race thing, it's just because I live in Oklahoma and most black guys are in prison, right? Alright, this next entry is called Suicide Fantasy. Even when I was in high school, I really loved a good suicide joke. January 6th of 2003. One day we'll all... Oh wait, I gotta preface this with, my parents were divorcing and I was super upset, and my dad had a habit of spewing hate speech right before school started when he was dropping us off in the mornings. One Someday we'll all be able to get over it, but for now it just sucks. Have you ever had one of those days when you just want to kill yourself? Comically, like a Looney Tunes cartoon. Maybe that's a sick and unjustified question, but today while listening to my father's bitching, I zoned out and thought of a funny way to commit suicide. The place, a pep rally at my politically correct prep school. The time, afternoon. I need the start of the day to burn my bridges. Temperature, 65 degrees Fahrenheit, nice and moderate. I'll raise my hand like I have an announcement, solemnly walk to the center of the gym with my gym bag. Its contents, a pre-measured amount of piano wire, super glue, and a chair from the sidelines. I'll get my assistant, my teary-eyed best friend, to set up the chair. I'll stand on it and wrap the piano wire into a noose, slip it around my neck and throw it over a beam to be pulled down by another one of my saddened friends. I'll super glue my hands to my face and say, "This is my farewell performance. Prepare to be shocked and amazed. I will now proceed to hold my head in my hands. Don't bother asking for an encore. I can only do it once." I love Daffy Duck. Who doesn't, right? I'll dedicate the performance to my dear old dad and wish he could have seen it, or the pain he wreaked on my heart. Just when the principal, teachers, and security try to stop me, I'll signal to my now bawling friend and pull the chair out from beneath me. The sharpness of the piano wire will sever my head from my body. And as anticipated, my head will be in my hands, blood dripping, mouth smiling, tear ducts squirting for the last time. People will know what a sad and mentally troubled girl I was. Of course, that's if I could actually carry on with it. I'd never be able to, though. Hey, we're at school. Good riddance, Dad. Hello, sweet distraction. I don't even know what the fuck to say about that one. Don't worry, I went to therapy. I'm here. I made it. It gets better. Got better. All right, this next entry I titled it "Lame Blowjob," so let's just dive into this. December 13th of 2003. I spent time with Jason. He was my first gay boyfriend. There was another one after him. It's like a behavioral pattern. You gotta work on it. Anyway, I spent time with Jason. We met at the Memories of Japan parking lot and went to Fuji, where we had dinner and then drove around till we found a place to make out. We got naked and cuddled, and then the fun started. I sucked his dick and even tried to deep throat. I did choke a little. All I got was pre-cum. Jason, although he was enjoying himself, just wouldn't come. I don't wonder why. We started talking about breaking up. I cried. He hugged and kissed me some more, and we cuddled and put our clothes back on and went home. I gave him a copy of Andre 3000's The Love Below, which he and his family loved. Okay. Moving on to Virginity Lost, January 1st of 2004. So, Jason kept coming back for more. We didn't break up. Today at 12-ish a.m., I lost my virginity. Jason sober and I have been fooling around a lot lately. I would say almost nightly. We've been trying penetration to see what it felt like. And when it was slightly uncomfortable, we just stopped. Tonight, we went all the way. And I wanted to. I used the bathroom right afterwards, and I was bleeding like it was the first day of my period. I let him do it again, and we talked afterwards, and I left. I got home around 2 o'clock, lied to my mom about what I did, and here I am. There are more details, but I'm really sleepy. Good night. Okay, and my final entry to continue on my racy path. This one is called Ejaculation. January 21st of 2003. Tonight, in the past few days while masturbating, I've had the urge to pee. Tonight, I ejaculated for the first time. It was really scary. But then I was really happy afterwards. And that's basically where it's cool. It's not cool anymore. I can't wait to tell Jason. He's got me in a frenzy. He masturbated on the phone today. I love his voice. It really turns me on, especially when he starts moaning, "Oh, Melissa, Kya!" Like, I literally wrote Kya, and I wrote like a little face next to it. It's like it's like the ancestor of emojis, I think. I swear, if he were to whisper that in my ear, I would die. Yeah, it was, high school, surge of hormones, and I mean, these fucking stickers, though. I even had Vice City, that's the best part of all of this. Fuck, like, me being obsessed with guys the entire time, okay? Love yourself, that's all I gotta say. Have a great night.
I also remember the first time I ejaculated.